Bandit here. Bandit is here. Another episode of Bar Talk. I want to touch on a few things. My brother, one of my brothers, he wanted me to speak about a certain topic, and that is when you have a girl, you have a young lady that you with, or dating, or courting, or whatever, or if you married or been with her a long time. In my case, being married. The number one thing that will mess your relationships up is other girlfriends, her girlfriends. These girlfriends will typically be the ones that don't have a man. They're not married. They don't sacrifice anything or devote their time with any particular man. They play in the field. You know, they're going to clubs, they hanging out with each other, they shopping, competing with one another. And when your woman get around these types of women, their whole job is to discredit the relationship, to discredit you, and try to find anything that's negative in your relationship. There's an old saying: you need to be around people that identify how you identify. You need to be in company with people that live their lives similar to the way you live your lives. I'll tell you what I mean by that. If you're married to a woman and she's hanging around with single friends, these so-called single friends, these girlfriends, then when your wife or your girlfriend is out with those single girls, your wife or your girlfriend, she's now single. Because single women don't conduct themselves like they're in a marriage or they're in a relationship. They're on the prowl. It can't be good for your relationship at all. And so what I was trying to tell my brother is, you're fighting a World War II fight. Tell you what I mean by that. You have to find out who's on your side. You got to find out who your allies are. You got to find out who your enemies are. You're fighting different fronts of a war. That's what you're doing. You're fighting for the respect of your woman. You're fighting for the respect of your home. You're fighting for the respect of your dignity, integrity. You're fighting for all this. So you're gonna constantly be competing for her time and her attention. But what I try to tell men, you shouldn't be competing for any woman. You should be on your purpose. You should be getting up early in the morning, concentrating on how you're going to make your life better and pursue that. Women should be the last thing you think about. But I'm going to stick to my topic, girlfriends. When I was married, every single girl, or I like to call them a girl because they weren't women. They weren't women at all. Every girl that my wife became friends with, my ex-wife, they weren't married. They wasn't. I think two of them had a boyfriend, and they didn't even live together. And my ex-wife fought with those girls. They went out together. They shared conversations with each other. And most of them conversations was about me. It was about me because my ex-wife didn't work. She didn't work. And then when she did get a job, she only kept it for maybe a month or two. Okay. And she quit. That was my ex-wife. All right. But I'm going to tell you, her friends convinced her that she was oppressed. She was oppressed because if she wanted to buy something, she had to get it from me. If she wanted to, anything she wanted to do, or she wanted to take trips and wanted to go out of town, she had to go through me. And her friends, these so-called friends, convinced her that she was oppressed and that she was in a patriarchy. And women have come too far in life to have to depend on a man. But I worked hard. I provided. She didn't lack anything. Refrigerator was full. House fully furnished. Everything paid. She had her own transportation. I provided. Bank accounts. Everything was there. The only thing I asked for was cooperation and respect. You don't take it upon yourself to make a decision without me. Because when you get married, you're one. But the girlfriends, see, they'll come in because they can't find a man that would do those type of things. They were convinced that they're really good friends with your girl or your wife. And they would just mess up everything. They'll tear it apart. Why? Because women destroy everything. They don't build. Women do not build. They destroy. How do I know this? Every kingdom, every empire known to man was destroyed by a woman. A woman was on the back end of every story when it came to an empire falling, a kingdom falling. All the way up to modern times, all the way up to now, it's a woman behind it. So he wanted me to touch on it about girlfriends. They don't want you to be in a successful relationship. They don't want that. They want you to be miserable just like them. They're not good people. And I will say this. If there are women walking around that's over 30 years old, I don't care if she don't have any children. If she's not married or completely submissive and cooperative with a man that's leading her, you can leave her where she's at. I'm telling you now, these women today are not growing up, but they would say that they're the most educated. They would say that they grow up faster and mature faster than men and boys. But when something happens, now we have to look at them like they're, what's the word I want to say? Fragile. That's a female. You see? I'm telling you like this, man. If you are dealing with a woman and she got a bunch of friends around her, and you see that they're just bad characters, and you see how her friends act, 9 out of 10, that's how she act. You are a reflection of who you hang around. You are a reflection of who you attract to you. Period. Once a female hear the way I talk and the way I conduct myself, two things gonna happen. If she's a hood rat, she's not going to be attracted to me because she like negative things. She's not going to want to deal with me. She's going to think I'm soft. She's going to think I'm weak. I'm not trending. Okay? A female who has business about herself, respect herself. She's feminine. She cares about her appearance. She cares about how the world see her. I will attract a woman like that more so than the hood rat or the woman who this ride or die chick from the hood. It's reflective. You attract what you are. And so when you get with a woman and you see, you got to understand, you need to meet her friends. You need to meet her friends. You need to meet her family. Because I don't care how fine a woman is. She could be fine. She could be all that. Like, wow, when you see her. But look who her best friend is. Do her best friend got tattoos all around the neck and chest? Is she loud? Does she curse like a sailor? Does she have a tendency to embarrass people in public? Embarrass people like you? Because I'm going to tell you something. Women are very, very good at putting on an act. They're very good at putting on an act. And while you looking at all her friends and your girl, your so-called girl sitting over there trying to act different from her friends and knowing all along she's the same type of woman, I call that fishing. She's reeling you in. But if you're a truly thinking man, if you're a true thinking man, you will understand why is that girl right there her friend? Why are those hoes, those garden tools, why are they her friend? And so you men, you get with these women and say, she wasn't like that when we first got together. That's crap. You were too busy thinking about having sex, doing things with this woman sexually, and guess what? You ignored her friends. You ignored who she hang around on a daily basis. You ignored the fact that she never had a father in her life. You ignored her body count. You didn't care. All you cared about was she had a fat what? And now you're going through a whole lot of problems because you ignored the signs. So I put it on men. I put it on you. You don't take time to vet someone. I put it on you. I put my marriage on me. The other two baby mothers I have, I put that on me. Why? Because back in those days, it was all about a vag. It was all about how fat her bottom was. I didn't vet. So you know what? I paid dearly. It was all my fault because I did not vet them. I don't care about how I grew up. I don't care about my background, about I didn't have a mother or a father in my life. It doesn't matter. It's my fault. I chose it. We can come up with all the excuses of why I made those choices. At the end of the day, I made those choices and I paid dearly. So I'm trying to tell you young men out there, you young boys that's going to be 18, 19, 20, going into the workforce or going into college, you need to protect your libido. Because those friends that she have, that's what it's about. It's not about you. She's there to protect, she's there to impress her friends. When you walk into a room, you have to look a certain way for her friends to be impressed. It's not about getting to know you men. Young man, it's not about you at all. It's about how you make her look. It's about her narcissism. It's not about you working hard. It's not about you providing, protecting. It's not about any of the things that you want to do. It's about how you make her feel and how her friends feel about you. And if she can make her friends jealous that she have you, it don't have anything to do with you. You know, the big mistake is that these women think that the biggest mistake that men think, I'll make it plain and simple. Men make the mistake that these women really like them. You think these women really want to be with you because of you. No. Whatever brings clout, whatever brings attention to them, to get their dopamine high, that's what they're going to do. Women are competing with themselves. They're not competing to get a man that's going to provide and lead and protect and build a legacy. They don't want that. It's all about clout. That's why they always focus on a particular man. And the girlfriends are right there cheering them on. But in the end, these women be lost. And I'm going to tell you how they're going to be lost, and then I'm going to end this video. I don't need music. I don't need all the graphics on my videos. I'm going to give it to you straight like a man give it to his son straight. Women are here to impress one another. They don't like you for who you are. They like you for what you are. And this is what's going to happen to them as long as they live like this. Here it is. They're going to be ran through, so they can't pair bond with anybody. They're going to be on many men's program. So when you get with them and they see anything that reminds you of what made them upset about the 50 to 100 men they've been with, you're going to take on that. You're going to be punished for what other men did. That's number one. Number two, she's going to have children. Okay, so you're never going to come first. You're going to have more responsibility because now you're responsible for her baggage. You're responsible for another man's good time. Number three, she's going to gain weight. Because the man that when she was at her best, at her most feminine, and at her most physically attractive, she was that for another man that she really cared about. You are what you call a backup. She's not going to lose weight for you. She's not going to put you before her children. She's not going to put you before her mom. She's not going to put you before her friends. She's already going to see you as a simp, as a weak man. Because in her mind, what man will want to get with a woman that have other men's children, done been ran through, and got friends that are disgusting? So she don't see you as a man. Oh, and another thing, she will be 30, 35, 40, over 40. Still talking about what she deserves. And her friends will be 30, 35, 40. They will be baby mothers. And they will be looking at you talking about what their friend deserves and what kind of man you are. And how you going to prove, because my girlfriend been through a lot. She's been hurt. So what are you going to do to make up for what other men did to her? And that's what you'll be, man. You'll be a cleanup man. You'll be an unfulfilled cleanup man. Running a fool's errand. Because she would never be happy with you. Because the man she was in love with, He's been out of her life for a long, long time. And everything in between, use your imagination for that. So if you're going to date or if you're going to talk about getting married, you better know who her friends are. You better know if she had a father in her life, that she came, or a man that raised her. Because if you don't vet that, which is the girlfriend, then get ready for a life of hell, man. Get ready to pay. Get ready for some pain. Bandit is out.